Hello. Welcome back. Wait, why do I hear myself? Oh, my thing got stranged. Hold on. It is fixed. My cable got bent. Hello, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed your poop.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, what is who what? Oh, you guys went.
We couldn't see ourselves, so we were like,
Yeah,
I'll let you know. But you had it fixed before we even said anything, so.
He's a professional.
I'm a professional. I don't make mistakes. All right. Technical difficulties? Never. Never heard of her. Anyways, welcome back. I hope you guys had a good break. Yes, we just have this revelation through the use of your little nature wager spell of a couple influences of a fiendish and celestial type.
Yeah, Asher's just gonna sit there and like ponder that last one for a second, and then kind of go up to Trun and Rowan next to him and be like, well, I have mixed news. I found 3 influences. First was a fiendish one coming from Lesser So Martisan, more of the loot, and a celestial coming from Dominicus.
He has died and come back. I'm sure there's divine influence there, yes? You said a third, though.
The one from Celestial? Oh, yeah, there was something else in the woods somewhere, but...
Well, I guess it's better that our suspicions are coming from an inanimate object and not the person we suspect.
There was some coming from him, but mostly from the loot.
So what do we do about it?
Well,
We break it?
that might be a bit extreme, but could work, yes. We could try to approach him, but I can see that if there's an influence there, we might be rebuked or worse.
We
We'll
could try to purify it, possibly.
But can we do that inconspicuously and be done with it, or... The hardest part would be attempting it without him being aware. And if him being aware, could that be a problem?
Maybe in his sleep.
I'm sure. Well, either one of the two of them gesturing to both Aurelia and Briar could procure. I know she's capable rogue, and I wouldn't put anything past Bree, so we could wait till after it's dark. He's asleep. He does need a full night's rest, but...
Let's talk to Aurelia. If anybody can get it done, it'd be her.
I don't know if this would help, but do you know the
spell
protection from evil and good?
Oh, yes.
I don't really have the component for it, but be able.
I would have to prepare it. I don't have it ready, but... Actually... Let me double check, too.
Why aren't we just talking to Marty about this, is my question. He's our friend, is he not? I feel like to steal something.
Can't talk about it. And nor, if he knew it was coming, he would make sure that we wouldn't be able to touch it, I would think, right?
Again, it's erring on the side that the influence will dictate his reaction to that, knowing it doesn't really... a self-preservation, if you will. That's what I'm concerned about. Honestly, if it has nothing to do with him and is merely the instrument, I would approach him, but actually you said that there was something to him, but primarily in the loot.
But it was primarily in his instrument.
Perhaps if if he stops playing it, is that lingering connection to him there still, or is it not?
Okay, hang on though. Aurelia, do you think you could talk to him? He seems to be a little bit more open to a conversation to you and Bree about things. I can take that as a yes.
I can talk to him, but it seems like he won't be able to tell me anything. What my hesitation is yes, of course I can steal his shit, but it just feels not okay to do that to a friend.
Especially because one, is it our business? And two, maybe that was a choice he made. Maybe it wasn't just thrusted upon him.
Right, if you're comfortable, we could go talk to him later.
Yeah.
Choice
You don't have to
isn't-
say yes.
My fear is, what if this fiend that is influencing his decisions and actions, we are about to bring him near something that could theoretically be world-ending.
Yeah, trust me, I don't like going behind his back, nor do I like sneaking up on him, but I think the less that he knows right now, the better. The less prepared that he is, the better, if we were to just take it.
I'm not even worried about Martis as much as whatever that thing is influencing him.
Right.
How much of what he knows does that thing know?
Yeah, I don't.
You do notice that the music has stopped.
Alright.
What's Martison doing?
His head is turned and he's looking your guys' direction.
Talk to him. Bri, you're welcome to come with me if you want, but we can go talk to him.
Would you like me to come?
He might feel ganged up. Like you said, he's more open with the two of us.
Alright.
But thank you.
Alright. Just call.
Marty,
Yes.
you look lost in thought.
Well, I was just pouring my heart out into song and you all just fled. So, I mean, no hard feelings there. He kind of smirks a little bit. He's joking, half joking.
Marty, I just want to say that you are one of my favorite people in this group. And I mean that.
Are you saying that,
even
is
though
it just you or is Briar with you? Is it just you at this point?
I am there chilling. I think I'm just going to like lay down with my head propped up, very loosey-goosey.
With Cole leaving, I just wanted you to know that I deeply appreciate you. Even when you are a buffoon.
Well, I appreciate that. Where is this leading? What is this?
As someone who cares about you, I'm just... I know there are things you can't tell us. Like, physically can't tell us. Do you need help? Or was it your choice?
Well, sometimes people get themselves into situations that they need help out of, but I don't know necessarily that I am one of those cases, per se. I won't say directly.
Mm-hmm.
If you needed help, I mean, after how much time we've spent together, would you ask for help? Or like blink twice? If you can't say it, but you can still like. But I mean, I think we've earned that with each other. I would ask you for help at this point.
I will say, in my experience, hypothetically speaking, if there were to be a situation where I needed help, the danger involved to others who tried to help me would be not worth the struggle that I deal with personally. So, kind of speaking from experience, but... And I care about you as well, so it might be best to not bring it up, because I have a good sense about energies, you know, it's like reading the vibration of the room, because music and all that, and the vibes get really off when we start talking about this, and yes, I just, you know, I would hate for bad things to happen, that's all. Hypothetically speaking, of course.
You know, Marty, I've never played a lute before. Would you teach me how to play like a G chord or something?
Yes, sure.
On your lute?
That's just plays it.
Can I try?
Sure, absolutely. Maybe another time when the energy is a little bit better and it's not, how do I say this? It's like the bath is a little too hot because you've just cranked up the heat and it's not quite ready for anyone to use it. Unless you're used to it. And so it might just need to cool down a little bit. I know it's a bunch of musical mumbo jumbo superstition and all that, but trust me on that.
You could just... So if I put my hand in the bath water, are you afraid I'm going to get burned?
Yes. It's very, very angry bathwater right now because this sneaky, conniving conversation that we are hypothetically having is very loud to some ears.
Marty, what are you talking about? Just let her play the guitar.
Yeah, another time for sure. Absolutely, yes.
So then what was it like when I took it from you?
It was like being put in that bath water as the heat is being cranked up and never cools down.
For you.
For me, yes. So, at that point, I have nearly no control over how hard or far I'm willing to go to get it back.
Oh.
Briar,
Okay.
look at me in the eyes, please.
Oh, fucking K.
Briar. If you're thinking of doing anything like what it looks like I think you're thinking of doing, I'm telling you, that is not a good idea.
You
and I have never been more serious about anything in my entire life.
So everything I wrote in my letter is word fucking shit. I understand. Okay, Martison.
What is happening?
the best course of action is that we don't have to cross that bridge, because I care about all of you very deeply. I manage these demons well. I handle it, or I handle it. It's fine. I do my part, and then everyone is safe. Everything is fine. No bad things happen. Only good things.
I rolled a
That-
19 on perception from where I'm
Yeah.
for Rowan standing. How's this
So-
conversation looking to Rowan?
Makes sense.
So, Holson, with him mentioning demons, and I'm going to assume that Dom was kind of not partaking with everything that everyone else has been going on with, so he doesn't understand the loot. He is going to use the divine sense to detect good and evil. That's 60 feet. To
Let me look up
see-
the specifics of that, just to know what I exactly need to give you. Detect good and evil?
Divine sense, it says, as an action, you can detect good and evil until the end of your next turn.
Sure.
You can use a sense anything affected by the hollow spell or know the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 foot. That is not behind total cover.
Okay. There is no actual entity present of any kind.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
So he doesn't get any sense of evilness from the loot then with that.
So with that there is no like, it is, the loot is not a fiend.
Anything affected by the hollow spell. I don't know what the hollow spell is.
Hallow.
Hallow. Thank you. I don't know. Would that be partaking in what we're doing now or no? No. Okay, thank you. Okay, Dom does not know what's going on.
and one final thing, Marty, before I let it go. Because, I mean, you've earned my friendship, but some things are getting put into perspective, yes?
What are you talking about?
Don't worry about it. Quick question. When I cast a sigil on it, did it hurt more? Did you feel that? If harm comes to loot, does harm come to you?
Not necessarily, not in that sense.
Okay, that's it.
You're
Because if you were bound to it and I hurt you, I'm sorry.
I'm not necessarily concerned about me. Yes, in some ways it directly affects me, but he kind of flips it around and shows you there's no sigil on it. Like, it's nullified. And he puts it back in his lap, and then just kind of like drones a little picking pattern.
Rowan watching Aurelia and Briar as, waiting for them to call him if needed. I rolled a 19 on perception. Do I get a good sense on what's going on? Just want to make sure.
Yeah, like I said
From a
before, I
distance.
mean, it's just,
Okay.
it seems like
I just want to make sure.
uh,
If there's
like-
anything more, anything less, I'm just gonna turn to Karan and Asher. I'm gonna tilt my head. It looks pretty tense over there.
I think ears were burning.
Okay.
Mhm. And it could be a bit of something's coercing or preventing him from wanting to comply with a request.
Do we step
At
in?
this point, I think we might let it go for now. Call back the attack dogs and maybe cast a spell on him tomorrow, but
Well, we should probably talk with them. Get a better perspective on what's going on. But now it's not the time. You're right. We should let it cool off.
Briar, would you come take a look at this real quick?
No.
Rowan's gonna start continuing his patrol. Is picking up where he left off on his patrol around the cabin and the fireplace.
I'm just gonna get cozy next to Martison. Hey, can you play something? I don't know, a little lighter.
Sure, absolutely. Yes.
Because the
Right in
vibes
the
are
mood.
fucked.
Yes, they are. I will play a jaunty tune. All you have to do is promise that you will enjoy it.
I'm going to clap along emphatically, Martison.
I will definitely enjoy it, and I place my hand on the lute. Just to see what happens.
Go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw.
An 8.
First, it's almost like this mind game perception, the anticipation, like as if you got into your own head that you felt something, but then you do realize that you genuinely did feel something. And in this case, it was seething hot, actually. And you will take the full damage of 7 points of fire damage, actually.
So that'll be 14 points of fire damage.
As
You feel that like on your hand. Aurelia, I need everyone to not add more fire to the already burning bath right now. It just needs to simmer. It needs to simmer. Everything is fine. I will speak no more of it. I will divulge no more information. I am not in danger. I do not need help. Everything is fine. Everything is fine.
Do I believe him?
No.
Really, are you okay? What the fuck is happening?
I might need some healing, some like cream. I'm not sure. I'm fine. It's no one's fault but my own. I was just testing a theory. Martison, and I looked dead in his eyes. We will talk about this again.
It will get hard.
That's okay.
Here. Really,
I've been through this many times. First time was to call a bluff. Bad things happened. Second time, I pressed the limits, as we are now, and I found that I had crossed it. But it was already too late. It is fine. Please, leave it.
For now.
I don't want anything to happen.
Yes. Because we've seen what happens when you're driven by the forceful nature of whatever's going on. I mean, that explains what you did when you took your little nap. So...
I am not myself
I
without
know.
it.
Yeah.
I don't think that myself, who I truly am, is bad. But I am not me without my loot. And so don't get any ideas. That's it. That's all. I don't want to do anything that I would regret.
Yeah, so you're just a potential...
Again.
bomb waiting to go off?
So the loot made you do.
It is very compelling. It didn't make me do anything. It is just a lute.
Do I believe him?
I very much love this lute. That is all. You do not believe him. No.
All right, Marty, just let me see this.
Don't
It's
touch it.
magical,
No.
right?
No, please
No.
don't touch it.
No. Everyone, the lute is going away. We're going to let it calm down. We're going to sit and hear the night air tonight. And no more music. If anything, a cappella. But I think I'm going to put it away now. And he kind of wraps it up. As he goes to start to wrap it up, you see one of the strings just breaks off. You hear, like, as he like puts it away without him even strumming it or playing it or anything, you hear like music coming from it. Not any kind of musical quality to it, just dissonant in a lot of ways, just random plucking of the strings and stuff. Second thought, I will keep it out. It will remain, and I will keep it with me in my lap, and I will change the string. I will repair it. Everything's fine.
I'm gonna
Everyone,
cast Gesh on Martison.
What is this?
This is going to be a command spell.
What is it called?
Gesh, Geas. It's a wisdom.
Geese.
Whatever. It's wisdom 16. Lasts for 30 days. If I succeed, then I'm going to just make one command.
Yeah. He rolled a natural 19. What does this do, though?
I was just gonna issue a command, but it doesn't need to. It doesn't do anything if it fails. So. Okay. I was just going to say keep it wrapped, but. He takes it back out. He takes it back out. That's his decision.
Okay.
All right, Martison. You have a good night. I'm not dealing with this anymore. I'm going to bed. I am done with music. I'm done with people. I'm over
That's
it.
fair. That's fair. I'm just going to replace the string here.
Of course you are.
Sorry, Aurelia.
It was my choice. But this isn't over.
Aurelia,
Okay.
can I see your hand?
Sure.
And he wraps it in his arms or in his hands and casts lay on hands and gives her those 14 hit points back.
Thank you.
Did the loot hurt you?
Yes? Marty's not lying. He's not telling the full truth. I don't
So the loot is sentient?
know anything about that.
Is it hurting Marty?
I look back at Marty. Marty, blink once. Does this hurt you?
Does this hurt you? He just makes eye contact with you, and you can see on his face he is keeping his eyes open intentionally.
Yeah, I don't buy it. I think it's probably hurting him, either emotionally or physically.
Dom is gonna stand up and walk over to Karan. As soon as you say that, just look him with a very serious face. And there seems to be something wrong with Marty's loot. And it's hurting him. We need to take it away.
I don't think that time is right now. If anybody knows how this is working, it's Marty, and Marty said to let things cool off. Perhaps, Karan, you have some kind of magics that could help in the morning when things are a little cooler.
My plan was, I can prepare a spell to try to protect from the influences of whatever entity is possessing the loot and hence influencing Madison. And then, Asher, I believe that we should be able to restore it, hopefully. That would be the biggest part, is I think I can do something. Yes, give it time right now. Might incite something disastrous, plus I'm not prepared. But
Think in the
Madison
morning.
needs... And Madison needs his full rest.
Mm-hmm.
Although you...
As you guys
would too,
are
Asher.
huddling around, you hear kind of a mumbling at first, and coming from Marty's direction. At first, he's just no, and then he stands up just very abruptly and like storms over to you guys. No, stop. It is done. The conversation is over. Please. It is very, very hot right now.
Okay.
And I don't want to deal with any threats hypothetically being made against my friend's life. Over plotting and scheming. Please, let it be. I cannot have anything happen to you.
We will drop it for now. Then he's just gonna look over at Karan and just nod.
Understand.
Marty, just know that this is purely out of care. Everything we were talking about, everything purely out of care for you.
I understand that. And everything that I am telling you and sharing with you is also out of care and love. That is all. I can't have it happen again. I can't.
Go get some sleep. We have a long journey tomorrow.
Yes. Okay. Heads back over to the campsite. The fireside, I guess.
Bree was angry. I don't know, is Bree still around or did she storm off?
She's at the fire and she's got her eyes closed. She told Morrison she was just done for the night, so she's just gonna stay there.
Never mind. Like Marty said, we should drop it.
You can see the Dom starts to get a little angry and starting to just like boil up that can't help his friend at the moment. At that moment, the crystal around his neck glows, and he takes a deep breath and lets it all out. Okay. If you guys have if you guys know what to do, and we let it be. We let it be. He will go and sit by the fire, beside Bree.
Rowan's out and about in the forest around the cabin.
Aurelia will go find Rowan. In the forest, out of earshot of everyone. Rowan,
Hey. How'd it go?
I am out of my depth when it comes to the magics at work here.
Makes two of us.
I'm hoping Asher and Karan can figure something out, maybe Briar. A big part of me wants to take that loot. Now.
Okay.
While he's asleep.
Okay. Rowan's gonna pick up some sticks for the fire.
And that just feels like a stupid idea, so that's why I'm talking to you, because I'm not sure. And
All right.
I was hoping you would say don't.
Let me
It's
roll.
like,
Can
okay,
I roll
yeah.
an insight? Can I roll an insight? Can I roll an insight? Can I roll an insight? So
For what?
I want to.
I'm not
I wanna,
lying.
No. She's not lying. I want to get her vibe. This is an insight vibe check.
I
Is
don't think
she- like-
that she's guising her vibe, so you can just tell him if you would.
I'm not guising. I know she's not guising. I want Rowan to. If Rowan can perceive or not perceive what is going on, can she clearly something she can talk about or cannot talk about? Like, if she's trying to I just want to just make sure that Rowan can get the vibe check. Like,
Sure.
okay, this is a sensitive thing. Like, get a tone of voice, right? That's all I'm trying to. What's a 19? Okay, I get it.
The vibes are sour.
The vibes are sour.
Okay, well, considering what I saw before I walked away, and you coming to me now, maybe now is not the good time. Maybe we should wait. Maybe there's a better time. Maybe now it's not the time. Maybe we should keep an eye out for it. But if you need my help, I'll be happy to help you.
I feel like we're being watched. He was lying about it not hurting him and about it being fine. Clearly, it's not.
Right. I'm gonna take her by one shoulder, holding the wood, the twigs in one. I know that you're whatever you experienced, it scared you. I can feel it. You're probably not wrong. I want to help my friend too, but if there's nothing we can do in this current moment, I think we should wait. I trust you and your perception. Now, let me ask you. Why do you think we should take it tonight? Do you think there's something that can be done that will happen to him if we don't?
No. I just am afraid of going down the road and it getting worse. And we are in an isolated spot for anything bad to happen.
I'm gonna look over her. Do I see Marty?
He seems to be attentive to his loot at the moment. Over by the fire. He's a good ways off by this point, though. I mean, you guys journeyed a good bit out into the woods.
We're in, yeah.
I mean, It doesn't. You don't get any kind of sense that he's like eavesdropping or anything like that. If he even could.
I agree with you, Aurelia. My fear is that whatever it is that's with him could harm him deeper. We're knocking on a door. Somebody's gonna answer eventually. Did Asher or Krun say anything more?
Seemed like they had thoughts about plans of action.
Yeah, I think we need to be patient. A little bit more patient. I know. Just... I'll watch him. How about you take the second watch tonight?
Okay.
If anything that they can do may require the next morning. I don't know.
Okay.
But I'm gonna tap the ring. I'm hoping whatever's in here, Briar might have given me a little something that could help.
Are you gonna...
Rowan thinks it's haste.
Oh, Aurelia thought it was fireball.
No, Rowan thinks it's haste or something.
What even is in it? I don't even remember.
It's Briar.
The surprise.
But Rowan thinks that it's gonna help him in hold if needed. He can.
Oh yeah, I max casted the spell prior. So
Rowan
Tasha
thinks it's
mind
haste.
whip.
Rowan thinks
This bad boy right here. No idea how to use it.
no
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
No idea how to use it.
Jesus.
I agree with you wholeheartedly, Aurelia. I want to do something now, but sometimes if Marty is saying that he needs to cool, we should. If anybody knows better, is him. Well, we should keep an eye on him.
Okay.
All right, we're just gonna just start picking up some twigs and keeping an eye out.
Asher's gonna go in early, go to bed. He's gonna walk by Marty, put a hand on his shoulder, and be like, "Sorry about all the fanning the flames." And I'll just pat him on the shoulder and walk out to go to bed.
Aurelia will go and sit down in front of Marty. Probably like in between Marty and Briar or something. And just stare at him for a long time.
He's not playing
then-
or anything like that. He continues to work on the loot. He then puts the loot aside and at this point is able to wrap it up after repairing the string on that. Kind of sighs and eyes the party, and then you see this kind of like guilt, I guess, on his face, where he just feels bad, kind of.
You are my friend. And you're not alone in getting through this.
Kind of eyes hits his bag and then leans over and thumbs through it a little bit. Pulls out the papers that he tends to write songs on and stuff like that, and paper. Switches to a blank page. Begins to write. After some time and thought, stopping a few times. Tafira, it's not time for attention for you. No. Go away, creature. Go away. Get out of here. Get out of here. No. She gets right in front of me. He folds it and then sets it down beside him and then looks you in the eyes. You are my friend as well. Aeola. This is not fair. Aurelia. He keeps eye contact with you as he grabs his bag, slides it over his shoulder, pulls together like his loot in that bag as well, throws that over his shoulder as well. You may read that, they may read that, or everyone when I'm gone. Do not try to stop me. I love them. I love you. I love all of them, everyone. Which is why I have to do this, and don't try to stop me because I won't be able to say no. I don't want to do this. No. But I have to, because I can't let it happen again. Thank you. Okay. He stiffens up and starts to walk.
Marty.
Until he forcibly ignores it, essentially.
I run and I go and I stand in front of him, not trying to draw attention, just...
Aurelia.
Where are you going?
I don't know. Away from you. All of you.
So you're just going to sweep this problem under the rug and keep existing this life that you have?
Should have never been brought up. That's on me. That's my fault. But it'll be fine. I'll be fine.
I don't believe you. You're lying. Stop lying. You're lying to yourself because I know that this is bullshit. You won't be fine on your own.
I've made it this far. I need to never... I can't ever get too comfortable. And I got too comfortable because, we all got close, and so I felt like I could share more things about myself, and I overshared, and then it put you all in jeopardy, and I can't have it happen again.
And this is the existence you want? Where you can't get too close to people? Where you can't share parts of yourself? Is this what you want?
They can have lots of me. I just can't dive into the darkness.
Martison, at the risk of sounding cheesy, real friends dive into the darkness for each other.
I can't risk it. I can't risk anyone not emerging from it. This is better. I'll find my way.
Can I talk to them? Can I talk to them? Whoever's hurt you, can I talk to them?
No. There is no one.
Don't lie.
Aurelia, there is no one.
Olson, will you allow Rowan to do a perception check while he's still doing his rotation around the cabin?
Absolutely. Sure.
21.
With the 21, you can get the impression of what's going on here, I'd say. As far as, like, you see his bags and her, like, almost forcibly trying to stop him, kind of, in a way.
I'm gonna quietly approach behind him. Still holding the stack of wood in my hand, I'm gonna look at Aurelia.
Really just kind of like gives a deep breath to signify remain calm. Marty, please don't leave. I'm not gonna force you to stay. You have to make your own choices. But we are your friends, and nobody gets anywhere in this world without help. If we're taking on a god, what makes you think that we can't help you?
As many things above our head as we've taken on, and we've locked out, mostly, for the most part. It may not always be that way, and if I'm at fault for that, and anybody gets hurt, because of the shit that I got myself into, I can't risk that.
I want to stealthily try to put down the sticks of wood.
Roll your stuff check.
Nat 20.
Perfect, you're good.
And I want to walk behind him. And I want to give him a hug. Just
As tuned in as he is in this moment with Aurelia, he doesn't know you're there and doesn't necessarily startle or jump from it as surprised as he may be. He kind of more so leans into it.
Hey. You know, we bonded closely in that prison cell. The fact is that you kept my sanity. Most of it. You drove me crazy, some of it. Couldn't do a push-up to save your life.
I haven't worked on it since.
Hey, but I need you to trust us as friends, as family. Okay. How are you feeling now? Are you on fire?
I am not.
Okay. want to kind of. I know it seems very like invasive, but Rowan's gonna put his head against Marty's head and pull him in a little tighter. I'm gonna make eye contact with Aurelia. Where's Marty's loot?
Strapped around his shoulder on his back.
I am going to action trip attack on him. And then
What was the attack?
action surge. It's just going to be an unarmed strike. And I'm going to plus 8 d8. So that is a 19 plus 6. That's a...
It definitely his AC, I believe, is 14. I don't have him pulled up. But
Okay, so do you want to do a contested strength? Does he
what
want
is
to
that?
do a
Is that
strength?
just so that whether he falls or not, essentially?
Correct.
I will say in this case, I won't even roll against it just because it mostly caught him off guard in this context of things. So there's no resistance.
Action surge. I'm gonna rip the loot off of his back.
At the same time that happens, Aurelia is gonna kneel, like, get in between Rowan and Marty and put her knees on his arms and like kind of like straddling his chest and put her knees on his arms to keep him down.
You can see almost this sense of dread overtake him, but no resistance. It's more of just like a please don't.
And then Aurelia is just going to look up into the air and then look at Rowan and say, I don't know how this works, but I'm going to try something.
Okay. I don't know either. I'm gonna toss the loot towards the party, and if Holton
I do
will
need you to
allow,
make a Constitution saving throw.
that's what my boy does best. Come on, Pike. 17 plus 6, 23.
23. Okay. As you grab a hold of the actual loot, you also feel that seething flame that seems to be connected to it. And even that short amount of time that you hold it, upon grabbing it and tossing it, a flame jumps up your arm, and your arm is actually on fire for a moment. You actually take 17 points of fire damage.
I'm gonna shout for everybody in the camp to come over here.
Marty, or whoever is hurting Marty, I'm speaking this into the air. Show yourself. Stop being such a fucking coward and hiding in a loot and hurting our friend. And all because Aurelia knows nothing about magic, she's gonna take her dagger and slice her palm open, thinking it's a blood sacrifice.
What was that? What are you doing?
I know nothing. All the magic people are asleep.
Briar.
Do we need to roll anything to wake up?
Nah, you're good. Just be there.
How far away are they?
Not that far.
Oh.
Will
hey.
will spells of change
Can
for
we-
anyone?
Yeah,
Can
I
we,
still have my spells tapped out.
make some kind of are we going to make some kind of roll to see who can get there first, or can I make like a athletics check? Obviously, Rowan threw the loot closer to us, the party, so
You can just be there if you want. Do what you want to do. At this point,
Okay,
how are you? How
well-
do you have him pinned exactly, Aurelia?
I'm like basically straddling his chest, and then my knees are on his like arms, and then I've got a dagger out, kind of not to his throat, but in the vicinity.
Yeah,
In the
yeah.
friendliest way, I have a dagger to his throat.
as best friendly as you can.
Well then, with that all being said, if Dom can wake up and understand what is happening, the loot is off of Martison, he would grab his big old battle axe and dash towards the loot, and with a huge swing.
Don't you touch that loot with that axe, Dom.
Marty, yes or no? If we destroy the loot, do you die?
He just looks at you in the eyes with dread.
Get Calandra. Somebody wake up Calandra.
Please let us help you, Marty.
This isn't the way.
Is
Then what
this
is the way?
axe
I need to go
Where?
away.
That's not specific enough. Where? If you say this isn't the way, then what is? Be a part of the solution. Right now, you're part of the problem.
I got too close. I must go somewhere where I can stay far.
Marty, you were going to leave?
He kind of diverts his attention from Aurelia, then tilts his head up from the ground to look at you and looks very intently in your eyes. I was leaving a note.
What about my letter to you? You were going to leave without me saying goodbye? After everything? How dare you?
You would have tried to stop me, and I wouldn't have been able to say no.
Oh, I don't like your loot, Marty.
me neither? And he is going to attack it.
As Dom goes to attack the loot, I'm gonna cast Catapult on it.
What's your attack? I will arbitrarily say that just ups its AC or gives it an AC because it is now a moving target.
Yeah.
25.
Okay. My catapult is a Dex 16.
Is the Dex 16? It's an inanimate object, so it's
Yes.
not necessarily.
We don't know if it'll kill him.
I will say that with that, let me see here. With that, with the 25, as it is launched away from the ground, It makes its way into the air and then slammed right back down with the blow of the axe. With that, the lute, with a very dissonant echo and twang of the strings and the breaking of the body of the lute, it then shatters and cracks, and the darkness of the night becomes even more intense in this moment. Unnaturally so. What
Marty?
at first seems to be the cloud coverage over the sky seems to elevate. You feel yourself, though not the efforts of Marty himself. You see the dirt as you look into his eyes, and then he matches yours. The dirt around his head start to hover and float. You feel like this almost weightlessness start to overcome you, and then this sliding that happens through the dirt. You at first it feels like maybe he's like resisting and he's trying to like take you with him, or like use his legs or something to cause you to move, but it's no effort on his end. He just starts to slide in the direction of where the lute is broken.
Oh, I'm gonna wrap my legs around him and try to hold him back.
Can I help?
Please.
Okay, I'm gonna see her trying to hold him back. I'm going to then position myself next to her, and I'm gonna grab him by his torso, and I'm gonna use every ounce of strength that I have.
So making your even just in the little bit of distance that they have, it's this very strange, like trying to walk on a waterbed kind of feel, if you've ever done that, where the ground is kind of loose, where the stones even around you are becoming uneven and slow. This is actually happening in a very large radius around the party.
Can I do an
around
acrobatics
this
check
loop.
to try to get to Aurelia and Marty?
Yeah, I'd say even without that, easy enough. You do
Okay.
eventually get there, but this is a very weird sensation to
Yeah.
the ground as the gravity is like inverted in a sense.
I'm going to I don't think this will work. I'm gonna try it. I imagine Rowan just kind of like dropping himself to Marty's body and kind of like doing a little bit of a really hard grab. I'm doing another attack, but I'm doing another maneuver. And as I'm pulling him back, I'm telling Aurelia, I'm like, fuck, I can't move him. But I'm gonna see if it even hits. So, does an 18 hit, Marty?
It would, yeah.
Okay. I'm doing a maneuvering attack on him. I'm trying to move him.
Okay.
Hang on, let me read this. When an attack, you can expend one superiority dice to add the total to the damage roll to allow a creature you can see or hear to use its reaction to move half its speed without provoking opportunity attacks from the target of your attack. Maybe do it in that way. Would I want to attack the ground if I want to maneuver
so
Marty?
it's not necessarily his own actual movement speed. He's essentially levitating towards the loot. There's like a reverse gravitational pull.
So I would have to to attack the loot in order to try to maneuver Marty with this attack. Is that just trying to? I'm trying something. I don't think it'll work, but I'm trying. I don't want him to go to it. Would you allow me to continue with what I'm doing to try to maneuver him off of this?
If you don't,
course,
I would say that I don't think that would be very effective, because that's more like if it was his own like legs moving him, but it's not like his actual movement speed. He's not using any movement speed at all.
That's fine. Yeah. Okay. With my 11,
but he is moving.
With my 11 plus 7 to my athletics for strength, I want to use all of my strength and everything that I have to try to keep him, slow it down at least from him going to the loot. Will you allow an 18 on athletics against to see if it helps him from going?
The problem is, like, ordinarily, if you had like the actual solid footing and it was a normal kind of like other alternative physical resistance, but like what's happening is, yes, you're holding on tight and there is a strong pull that is happening. You're just coming with him. That's essentially what's happening. So as far as like getting your feet stuck in on the ground, that's what's happening.
I'm gonna turn to Aurelia. I think we might have to let go.
Briar? I'm yelling to wake up the whole house.
As you're riding him like a magic carpet.
Yep. I'm trying to like catch my daggers in the ground to slow us down, anything. But I've got my legs wrapped around him.
Rowan's heels are like in the like visual Spider-Man on the train tracks.
Let me give you more visual before I let you guys go to your thing. What you do see is an expansion of this almost dark energy and like almost like a black hole that is slowly expanding from where the loot is.
Really, we gotta let go.
While they're shenaniganing and whatever, I'm gonna interrupt. I'm gonna cast Resilient Sphere on the inanimate object. A sphere of glowing force is gonna enclose a creature or object of large or smaller size within range. Nothing, not physical objects, energy, or other spell effects can pass through this barrier in or out. Nothing inside can be damaged by attacks or effects by the outside, nor can anything inside do anything to the outside. It's weightless, large enough to maneuver, and I'm going to hold my concentration on this for a minute to kind of...
forcing close approach. Okay. So it is just large enough to contain. What are you trying to contain?
The broken loot.
So that is an expanding, essentially, as I described, like an expanding black hole.
Yes. But while they're doing all their actions and talking and not interrupting them, I'm imagining me and Dom kind of going head to head because I didn't want it broken. He wanted to chop the fuck out of it, and I would want to try to protect it.
Okay.
But that's up to you. That's my intent.
It seems that as you cast this spell, the growth of that I guess counter sphere has been halted for a moment.
And as it's haltered, I'm going to scream at the top of my lungs so anyone inside the house will wake the fuck up and come out.
Holson, I need to know, even though we're not fully rested to restore our spell slots, would we be able to switch or no? as far as our spell loadouts? Or would Karan have it at the time, at least?
Probably not. It's not been a long rest in this case. What you do notice, though, is that all of that gravitational force that is happening, because technically no spell force is able to emanate from within this, you have at least isolated that the source of this pool and effect is from this sphere. And while it's contained, that dirt comes back to normal gravity. There is no more pool on Martison himself for the moment.
Marty, what the fuck?
I got you. We got you, buddy. Come on.
Asher's gonna fly out the front door, be like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Mm-hmm.
Come on. I'm gonna pick him up. And I'm going to take him towards Karan and Kalandra. Just trying to drag Aurelia on her feet because I'm
So, because that's towards where Dom and I are. When I see you coming, I only have a minute, so I'm going to take this sphere because it's weightless, and I'm going to try to run the opposite direction with it.
Okay. Yep. Martison finally, in kind of like, there's no like, he's not unconscious by any means. It's almost just like this like despondence that he's like given up kind of thing. Are you still sitting on his chest at this point? Or no, you took him, so you grabbed him.
He's
kind of
thrown over my shoulder.
Yeah.
His face is near my butt, and I'm sure Aurelia's right behind me, probably.
At some point, my bloody hand went like this on his face. So he's got a handprint of blood on his forehead.
He then after you guys get your distance and gets his own footing, if he may, unless you're just gonna hold him or whatever.
I'm gonna put him on. I'm gonna set him on his feet. If he can't set on his feet, like if I feel him kind of like give, I'm gonna try to put him on the ground. And I'm ushering.
So he's not resisting in any way. Like there's no like resistance or anything like that.
No, I'm talking about like a little bit of like, you know, you get lightheaded, you're overwhelmed, you're a little bit weak at the
There's
knees.
none of that either. Like he seems like he has his footing. There's no like weird effects or anything that are affecting him. It just seems like he's literally just like,
Right.
he's not even dead weight. Like and not in that sense. It's just like he's not resisting. He's just relaxed. And in that sense, he gets his own footing for a moment and then just kind of like looks down and then at each of you, and then just with one leg tucked under his other leg, he just sits down on the ground, and then looks up. I wish you had just listened. I fear it's too late now.
Kalandra,
Okay. Then tell us what's going on.
we can
In
fix
the
this now.
next episode of Legends of Aelos. Y'all
Before
lit
that-
this candle.
Can we just make it canon that Dom would have ran with Bree as well with the spear?
Sure.
Like, Just want to make sure.
I wasn't expecting that to go this direction. I've been waiting for this for a long time, but
Oh my god. We just fucking lit this candle. Oh fuck.
Perfect timing. Okay, everybody, thanks for tuning in. We're gonna show somebody some love. Stick around for the outro now, and we'll pick up from there. This is also not at all how I imagined this situation would go, which is fun. So this is great. I can't wait to get back to this next week. So everybody, stay tuned. We're gonna show somebody some love with the raid. Appreciate you all, and we will see you next week. Don't forget all the exclamation points that can be found in the description. Do them. Exclamation point Discord to get in on all the know. Goodbye.